The latest information on SWA broadcasts is that Fuji TV will broadcast all days of the show in Ashu, each for 3,000 yen. Also announced is the official merch of the show, among which is a booklet, 3 kinds for each city. Details by day are below. March 30th SWA 2023 Osaka 1 day, TBS and Paravi broadcast plus practice footage. March 31st SWA 2023 Osaka Day 2, TBS and Paravi broadcast plus practice footage. April 1st SWA 2023 Osaka Day 3, April 3rd SWA 2023 OSU 1 day, Fuji TV broadcast. April 4th SWA 2023 Ashu Day 2, Fuji TV coverage. April 5th SWA 2023 Hosea Day 3, Fuji TV broadcast. April 6th SWA 2023 Yokohama Day 1, broadcast. April 7th SWA 2023 Yokohama Day 2, broadcast. April 8th SWA 2023 Yokohama Day 3, PIA broadcast. April 9th SWA 2023 Yokohama Day 4. According to a reporter from Hochi Shimbun, Hanyu Yuzuru said regarding the overall number with Kohei Uchimura that David Wilson choreographed the first part. Since the release of Kohei Uchimura, the choreography has been choreographed by Hanyu Yuzuru himself. Hanyu Yuzuru and Kohei Uchimura had little discussion about the moments in which they would overlap in the choreography plan. They both acted with the feeling that each would show in the number what they could do. Both Hanyu Yuzuru and Kohei Uchimura focused each on his own thing with a conscious desire for this program to unite and blend together the true energies of both of them. Hanyu Yuzuru and Kohei Uchimura created this number with the idea that if they both focused on themselves, it would surely be a good mutual multiplication of common efforts. Two-time Olympic figure skating champion Yuzuru Hanyu ended his amateur career last year. To announce his decision, the Japanese figure skater called a big press conference in Tokyo. Live, 190 journalists were able to hear Yuzuru Hanyu's address. About the same number were waiting at the entrance. The press conference room could not accommodate everyone. "Thanks to a lot of support, I've come this far," Yuzuru Hanyu said in his farewell speech. "I did the best I could, and the media and photographers who are here helped me a lot. I'm happy to be able to finish my figure skating career with that kind of support." Japan is one of the countries where figure skating has a strong claim to be the most popular sport. It combines athleticism and art seamlessly, and the Japanese love this harmony. It all started after the Turin Olympics, which was won by Shizuka Arakawa. Japan had its own real champion, the first in figure skating. A historic event, explains Japanese figure skater with a Russian passport, Yuko Kawaguchi. It was also the only medal at those games. Japanese culture generally has this desire to be the best at what you do, to constantly strive for the top. Of course, everyone was thrilled. Everyone saw on TV this victory. And then it should be said separately that figure skating looks very impressive on the screen. A few years later, Yuzuru Hanyu appeared and won 2 Olympics in a row, in Sochi and Pyeongchang, collected 19 world records, and along the way broke a lot of girls' hearts. The fact that Yuzuru Hanyu leads a very private life also fuels interest. Nothing is known about his personal relationships, a lot of room for fantasy. In Japan, figure skating quickly became show business, says Kawaguchi. With all its trappings, including fangirls. It's no secret that our sport has a female audience. Many like Yuzu as a guy, not as an athlete. Any careless word about him is perceived by female fans as a personal insult. Japanese female fans, who worry about him as an athlete, love to go to competitions abroad. They can express their opinions there in peace. Travel companies are bravely taking advantage of this. For example, in 2018 Japan developed special tours to Pyeongchang. The main item on the program was to visit the short and free programs and demonstrations with Yuzuru Hanyu at the Olympics. The ticket price was in the order of $10,000. There were many tourists. Organizers of the games had to use extra forces to hold back the crowds wishing to get an autograph or give a commemorative souvenir to the figure skater. Another important attribute of the star life of Hanyu Yuzuru, the championship parades in his native Sendai. The most large-scale one took place just after his return from South Korea. In addition to the parade, there was also supposed to be a show featuring Hanyu Yuzuru. The athlete had to give it up at the very last moment due to a knee injury. By the time this sad news came out, all the tickets for the show had already been sold out. But none of them were eventually sold out. Nearly 110,000 people gathered for the parade, according to organizers. About a quarter of them came from other cities in Japan and even other countries. About 190 million yen, about $1.3 million, were spent on organizing the event. The money was found through charitable foundations. At the same time, most of the amount went on salaries. The parade was served by more than 1,800 people. During the event, they actively sold merchandise, t-shirts featuring Hanyu Yuzuru himself, his trainer Brian Orser, and Winnie the Pooh teddies. This alone earned 190 million yen. The total income from the event was estimated at 238 million yen, about $1.7 million. Most of the money was spent on beautification of the city. Hanyu Yuzuru himself did not stand aside and donated 5 million yen, just over $36,000, each to his hometown and the Miyagi prefecture to which he belongs. It may seem like a rather modest investment for an athlete of his caliber. But it is important to understand that the city was almost completely destroyed by an earthquake in 2011, and all the time Hanyu Yuzuru has been actively involved in its reconstruction. For example, with his own money he built a large and modern ice rink on the very spot where his career began. Saying goodbye to amateur skating, Yuzuru Hanyu said that he doesn't want to say goodbye to figure skating, and especially he doesn't plan to say goodbye to his fans. The skater plans to create his own show. According to Russian producer Ilya Averbuk, even if Yuzuru Hanyu will not be able to quickly organize his show, he will not be without work and earnings. Yuzuru Hanyu has a contract. He only performs in Japan. He doesn't perform anywhere overseas. He has an exclusive contract. And the cost of his appearance on the ice is probably the most expensive in the world that exists.